everybody. Here we go. It's Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in a wintry downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Also on Comcast 97 in Manchester, streaming at WMNHradio.org and on the Facebook on the Matt Connarton Unleashed Facebook page. And I am not alone, my friends.
Hello, hello, hello.
Jenny is here at the news desk.
I am. I'm here.
I like the scarf. It's very wintry.
It is.
It's a wintry day.
That's because it's cold out.
Why is it? It snowed a bit last night, too, and yet I don't see it in any forecast.
I think they were blinded by the new sunshine. They missed the snowcast.
Maybe, yes.
I think they were distracted, maybe, of the events of the last day.
I don't know what's going on there. Yes.
I don't know. I seem to have heard a lot of songs yesterday that had something to do with sunshine.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. Absolutely. We have our first call of the show today. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hey, it's Eazy-G.
Eazy-G, Eric Gagnon. How are you, my friend?
I wanted to beat somebody else, but I'm going to keep that information under the table because I want to steal his glory.
You want to beat somebody up?
Under the table?
Yeah, you're not going to blur out somebody's good news.
Oh, you don't want to give somebody...
I just started on the Facebook, but I'm keeping my mouth shut.
I don't know what we don't know what you're talking about.
It's not easy for me to do, as you well know.
So, in other words, saw something before you called in.
I'm so
confused.
And
now you're telling us that you saw something, but you're not going to tell us what it is that you saw because you don't want to burst somebody else's bubble?
Is that what he's saying?
Right. I'm sure that person's going to be calling up the show today, so I don't want to step on his good news.
Aha!
Are you using
somebody who uses a he pronoun? That's a hint.
Are you using a auto tune on your phone there, Eazy-G?
No, can you hear me?
Yeah, it sounds like you're using auto tune. Are you off key today?
No, I've had a lot of trouble with the phone, but I wasn't able to make it to the phone store today because I missed the bus earlier because I was playing on my phone and the phone's been exploding with the relay, which I'm not complaining about. So I missed two buses going by.
Your phone exploded?
I waited like an hour and a half on the bus, and by the time I got to the mall and got my headphones for the phone and the tablet, and I checked out that new store called the video. They have tons of video games there at the mall in New Hampshire there. I even did a Facebook Live video.
Yeah. Oh, I watched a little bit of that. Yes.
I interviewed the guy there, and I finally did it. Took Peter White's advice. He goes, interview somebody on Facebook Live, so I finally did it.
You did a little man on the street there, huh?
I did.
Well,
nice.
But the battery was dying on my phone, and then by the time I was done the interview, I had no more energy.
He did a man in the mall.
I told Brian McKay a few minutes ago on his Facebook page, wait this long, I'm going to go back on Monday. So I'm having a lot of trouble with this phone.
So,
oh, gee.
Wow, yes.
It keeps shutting off.
Well, don't bury the lead. How is the tablet?
Well, like I said, I didn't make it to the phone store, so I'm going to turn the tablet on Monday. But then I was thinking to myself, now that I get the tablet turned on Monday, I'm going to be able to Skype in next Tuesday. And I decided that Tuesday is going to be my entertainment report day. That's okay with you, Matt?
That's fine with me. I think Tuesday.
Everybody say I waffle too much, so Tuesday morning I'm going to Skype into the Peter White Morning Show from 8 to 9.
Scott Robinson might be a little upset. He doesn't like it when the day keeps changing because it
Tuesday's going to be the new day until it's not. So.
Hard enough time.
Anyways, I bumped into Gonzo, so shout out to Gonzo. First time I see him in the new year.
Well, I hope you didn't.
Said, hey, you just put an app on your phone, on your tablet, and you can Skype in.
That New Year's resolution's going great.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard, though, but I can tell you, because it's already been announced on the radio, I think Gonzo's going back on the S list.
Oh. No.
Yeah, he told me earlier on the street that he got a little mad at Peter White. Said he dropped the show 15 minutes ago, and at the end of the show, Peter says, "We'll find out tomorrow what list you're going on."
Wait, Gonzo got upset with Peter? I was listening.
Yeah,
but
he dropped the show the last 15 minutes.
But why was he upset with Peter? I don't understand.
Well, he has to listen to the show, you know.
Peter hung up on him? Is that what you're saying?
I was telling him on the street, I said, boy, you were really stirred up because that's what I do.
Wow. He likes to stir it up. You like to mix
Yeah,
it
like
up.
that old show on Stir It Up there.
He's not
when,
listening to you.
Up in the Channel
No.
23
See?
days.
He did. He heard me say stir it up? Or he said
I
stir it
forget
up.
the guy's name, but there used to be a show called Stir It Up upstairs on Channel 23.
Tom Ford. He's my
Yeah,
best
so I used to
friend.
call him every week, but unfortunately, I don't know why, but we'll just leave it at that. Anyways.
Tom,
Moving on to my good
those were
news.
good times, yes.
I've been so fortunate. I got two more donations coming in. One from my sister, one from Maui, Hawaii, and another friend of mine is working on his donation, and they're probably going to be some checks. But hey, that's fine.
Uh-huh.
And then I had the phone ringing, and another friend of mine said, "Hey, how can I get a donation to you?" And I said, "Well, you just go on the app." I said, "All right." So as soon as she's got some money, she's throwing $20 at me, and then
That's great.
then another, like I said, my class president, Red J, threw in $100 again.
Wow.
Unbelievable. And then my other friend from Golf Sundays, God, I can't remember her name right now.
Uh-oh.
But anyway, she threw in another $60 that threw me over that $1,000 wall was my goal.
Yes.
And then, like I said, my other friend's going to give me 20, and it's just like unbelievable. I've raised $1,028. It's unbelievable. I've
Congratulations.
raised, $180 in the last 24 hours.
And
You rock.
let's remind everyone who this is for. This is for the Relay for Life.
Yeah, American Cancer Society. Yeah, it's
Yep.
unbelievable.
Yeah. No,
Like I said, I was telling you guys 2 days ago, this lady was a top fundraiser in America last year for the Relay. She raised $4,000 just by
wow.
doing what I'm doing.
Well, I
Doing
heard.
that app thing. It's just unbelievable how easy it is
You heard
to go on that
something?
app and donate.
Before or during?
Well, I heard you say, Eric, that during your video, because I watched a little bit of it, that you want to be the top fundraiser in the country. That's your goal.
Oh, why not?
I like it.
And I was thinking to myself,
Yeah.
just a
Big or
few
go
minutes
home.
ago, if I get to be the top fundraiser in the country, I think I might have to be on the weekly die-on.
Oh.
now
You know,
the
because
truth
he'll
comes
say, wow, I got to
out.
get this guy on and find out how
See,
he
there's
raised
nothing to his
thousands
madness
of dollars.
at times.
I get it.
Hey, Gonzo's in the chat room. So go ahead. What did Gonzo do wrong this morning?
Oh, you just stirred it up, but I guess then he left the show. Peter got mad. But I remember the story last year that that Gonzo loves
Mix
being
it up.
on the S list. He told him not to take him off the list.
That's true. When we
And
had
then
an
we
official,
forgot about the list for the last 6 months. You had on the S list. I was on it for a while.
well, the gimmick kind
Until
of
I brought
played
cookies in
played
or
itself
candy
out.
or something. You
That's
said,
bottom off.
You're off the list.
That's right. Yes.
That's easy to
And
buy
during
off food
Bernard March
every
brought in
time.
some food one time, and pizza. You took her off the list.
Absolutely. I am very much for sale. That's
Hey!
I should
Yeah,
get
it
in
was
the
funny
What do
because I
you
was listening to
mean?
an old show and I couldn't
Well,
sleep. I was
they
up at
take
2
you
a.m.
in.
and I was listening to an old show, and who was on?
Get your baby
Bernard
shot.
March. So I had to Facebook her because she don't sleep well at all either, believe it or not. And
Who?
I
Who
said,
are we
"Wow,
talking
I
about?
said, you were on
I
the
lost
one of
track.
the old Peter White morning shows," and I said, "You brought me much laughter."
Breathe.
She goes, "Oh, thanks."
Inhale.
Who are you talking about?
Bernard March.
Oh, yes.
Did you take a breath in that last sentence? I love you, honey, but you got to take a break here. Slow it down. Remember, slow it down.
Oh, I know. You're right. You're right.
You'll be less stressed.
Yes, and we will
Yeah,
understand
you're
you
right.
better.
So I hope to get some better sleep tonight because I've been up too many hours already today. So
Right. Well, you've been very busy, and
That's why he's wired.
right, but I
Yes.
need sleep though.
The Energizer Bunny.
Yes, but we're very proud of you, Eazy-G, for all the money.
Super proud of you.
The money that you're raising for the Relay for Life.
I
That
love
is
his
is
goal.
unbelievable.
I love
Yeah.
his goal, too.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
your goal.
Absolutely. And it,
Yeah, I've already met my goal now, so I figured now it's just time to be the top fundraiser in America. Why not?
New goals are always good.
right.
Yes, your goal is good.
Because don't leave you with this thought, folks in the chat room and the people that are in the room right now. Over the years, the first church I was in the outreach. Well, I'm still in the outreach committee, but now they do it on Zoom. Whenever we get back to our lives, where we can go back to church and not worry about everything. We used to have $1,000 donations for the Walking Against Hunger, where I met Peter White about 12 years ago now.
that's how you and I met
said,
as
wow,
well.
a couple
David
years
lives
ago,
in
I said,
infamy.
wow, why can't I do that? Why can't I raise $1,000?
Mhm.
And I put that in my head, and I started crying. I started crying now.
Oh,
When
no.
my friend gave me that extra $60, it's like, oh my god!
Easy, we're totally proud
You know
of
me,
you.
I'm a crier.
It's all right. We're totally proud of you. You did an awesome job for an awesome reason.
I know, and I've only started doing this. Well, I started collecting money June 1st of last year, but I've raised over $400 just in the matter of since January 5th.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I know, it's unbelievable.
Although-
People are so generous here.
It's not easy to do in this era.
Although
It's unbelievable. Oh, yeah, I remember the lady's name
It's not
now.
like you
Heather.
can walk up to people and kind of guilt them into it.
I believe her name is...
It's harder to do
whatever
it
her
over the
name is.
phone.
She's one of the old
He's
Gospel
not
high
listening.
schools.
It's okay. We love you.
Originally, she said she didn't have any money, but she changed her mind and gave me $60. This is unbelievable, generous. I mean, not giving me money. He gives,
Right.
gives money to the relay. Oh yeah, and if he's listening tonight, I'm going to be giving our old pal Mike Doyle a call this evening to see if he's interested in giving me his annual donation, whatever it is. Like Peter White always says, do you always ask him for a donation? I said I do, but I said I always leave it up to them for the price.
Yes, well, of course.
They want to give me.
Well, yeah.
And it's funny because I know how you do it. A little bit for you and a little bit for the real. I said, no, Peter. I even did that to Robert Dion today. Robert was a little angry about that. He goes, no, I don't do that, Peter.
Oh, my goodness. By the way,
because
Eric,
he's always saying in church you put a little in the offering and you take a little bit out for yourself. I said, Peter, no.
Give a little, take a little. By the way,
No.
Eric.
Now, what would that guy say that was calling from the what's his name there?
No clue.
I don't know. Do you remember, by the way?
The guy used to call to talk about church.
Father Bruno.
Father Bruno was saying you and Peter White were going to hell.
Yes. Well, he said Peter White specifically is on a freight train to hell.
Oh yeah, I'm all done I'm all done with the Clyde Lewis after last night. I couldn't sleep, so I listened to him for 3 hours, and that was a big mistake because the lady called up around midnight. You're not
Left
going to believe
turn,
this.
Clyde.
And they were talking about the
that'd be
new
a right
president.
turn for
And she goes,
Clyde.
I don't
Was it
like
right
that new
turn?
president. I hope he's dead
Albuquerque
soon.
must be the left.
She said that on the radio, Matt.
Right. Well, he's a right-wing
Isn't that
conservative.
awful?
That
They're
is
trying
awful.
to catch a mosquito.
And then he was talking about 911 again. He was saying that it's a conspiracy theory. The government caused the buildings to collapse. It was all prearranged ahead of time. This guy conspiracy theory. No wonder why I couldn't sleep last night. So I know I've said it before, but I mean it this time. I'm all done.
What TV is he watching?
He just wants to.
Is this an evil show that Clyde Lewis food bucket guy?
He just wants to sell
Food
you some
bucket
food
guy.
buckets. Eric, do you remember
He hasn't
how
done that lately, but for somebody to call up and say that, that's just awful. I mean,
How you doing, Matt?
what would you say if somebody did that on your show?
if somebody did what?
Called up and say, I hope Biden is dead soon. What would you say?
I would hang up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty rude.
Yeah,
and
even
evil,
Clyde
yeah.
Lewis said that. You should be saying that.
By the way, Eric,
That's a pretty crappy thing to say.
do you remember how you and I met? You remember how you and Peter met? Do you remember where you and I met the first
I
time?
think I just dropped in one day, didn't I?
No, that's not how we met.
I don't remember.
I'll give
Tune me in.
I'll give you a hint. It was the same way you and Peter met.
No way. Walk Against Hunger?
Yeah,
No way.
because I would walk with them. I was on Team Amsterdam, so I was on Peter's team, and I
Were
would.
you there? Were you there 12 years ago?
I don't know about 12 years ago, but one of the more, because they did it a whole bunch of years in a row, but there was at least 2 or 3 years that I was on the team, and I remember walking with them.
They were
and
telling that time I went down there to the park, and I took some hamburger and a bag of chips, and somebody yelled at me and said, hey, those are for the volunteers only. Get out of here.
You have told that story, but I was walking with Peter and Ryan and Midas and I think Midas was there too and everybody, and you introduced yourself to me. You said,
I don't remember that. Wow.
I heard a voice say, "Hello, Matt. I'm Eric Agnon." I was like, "Oh, hi."
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You got a pig in a basket?
Yeah, where is that Ryan Gorman guy anyways? It's Peter
He's in the
says he's
chat
banned
room.
for the studio permanently.
No, Ryan. No.
Now,
God, that was
now.
funny. I was listening
Ryan-
to an old show, and it was a
Stacey,
Ryan
what?
Gorman, Peter White argument. Oh,
Don't
my God, it was so funny.
exaggerate.
That was epic. No, Ryan is not banned. Stacie Wilcox is banned. Ryan is not. Ryan is so.
Oh, yeah, I know. I kind of remember that. I think it was on your show. We got a little crazy with the ladies.
Well,
And we'll leave it at that.
he got
Right.
he got me suspended for 2 days is what he got. But
Yeah, there's that too.
yeah, so
Yeah, he liked to push the envelope. We'll leave it at that.
yeah. But Ryan is still welcome to call or Skype. No one's. We're
all
not really
right.
having
He's
any
been,
guests.
He's been suspiciously absent in the last 6 months.
But Stacie.
Maybe that's a good thing, by the
Stacie
way.
is not.
Yeah.
Will not be.
It's not
But it's funny. I'll tell you a quick funny story. I remember about 2 years ago around March, and Texas Mike is listening.
This is more
I
of
was
an
thinking about
anecdote.
our long day,
okay.
the good old days at the SNU Arena.
Uh huh.
We had to work 15-hour day at 6 a.m. We didn't leave till 9. It was the ladies dancing
Yikes.
all day long at the SNU Arena, and then we had to be back at noon.
There were ladies
the next
dancing
day, and
all
I was
day
so
long?
tired.
You got to leave at 9 and come
My
back
feet
at
were ready
noon,
to
and you were so
fall
tired.
off. I was ready to pass out.
Well,
Damn, I like those hours.
at least you got to watch ladies dance all day while you were working.
Hey.
No, it was all young girls. It was all girls under 10. It was all girls under 10 years old, and they were crying all day and complaining.
You're
Oh.
evil.
Okay.
See? You gotta
Everybody
have more
wanted to go
information
home.
before
And
you
the
pop
Mike
off
said,
the
I'm
mouth
done.
like
I'm
that.
out of here. I'm tired.
He said ladies.
I know, but you.
That's not my fault. He said ladies. Well, all right.
So there's that. Yeah.
Well, do you now? Did you get? Is that one of the jobs you got fired from, Eric?
No, I actually resigned that job because I couldn't do it anymore because of my all my bad feet.
Right. Okay.
I actually resigned from that job, believe it or not.
Oh, good. That's one of the ones you resigned from.
But that was back in the days where I thought Heidi was the best girl around.
Oh, Heidi. Oh, that Heidi. I'll tell you what.
Was that the one that swore all the time?
No, that was.
Yeah, it's funny because she gave me.
Nirvana.
Not to talk bad about Heidi, but she gave me two Christmas pins.
Uh-huh.
And I talked to a buddy of mine, and she said, well, it's up to you whether you want to get rid of them. So I decided to get rid of them. And then she gave me a chair like a couple of years ago when I moved into this fine
Just
place.
randomly gave you a chair?
So I just got
Here,
mad the
have a
other day, and I'm frustrated with the whole Heidi fiasco.
You broke the chair?
Like Glenna Light would say to people's
You
mayor.
strapped it on your back
and
while
I
you walked
decided
home?
to throw it out in my room and have somebody else put it in their room.
Uh-huh.
It was a Heidi-free zone.
Why was she just giving you things?
Oh, because she was just a nice girl, I thought,
You
she liked me.
thought she turned out to be a cheap floozy.
What was I wrong?
Pardon my language. I hope no children heard me say that. I don't mean
Matt.
to. I
don't want to talk bad
Can you
about her on the
watch
radio.
mouth
But
little, huh?
I
There
don't-
you go. Flap it off with the mouth again.
I don't mean to work
It
blue.
didn't work
Can't
out.
have it today.
No, well, no. You learn the truth about
But back
her.
then, though, 2 years ago, I thought she was the
You
best,
were in love.
best lady I've ever known.
You thought she was going to be your next wife.
Well, I don't know about that, but I
Well-
used to talk to her all the time.
Yeah, it sounded like you were
Follow
pretty
around
much
like a puppy dog.
heading down the aisle, and then next thing you know, you're having to give away
I
her
admit
chair.
she was a good-looking gal. Don't get me wrong, but
Oh yeah.
anyways, I'm rattling on about my
Your love life.
I'm very everybody crazy
Oh,
in
we're
the chat
gonna
room,
go.
so I'm
Wait,
gonna
it's
clear
almost
the air.
February.
So
We're gonna go to
other
Easy's
characters
best
can call
dating
up
advice now.
Oh yeah, one last thing I was going
Oy
to talk
vey.
to you about the president. With such
Which
a
one? Past
great
or
day
present?
yesterday, and I enjoyed watching that on the air. And it was just a fresh brush of air, willing to give him a shot. Kamala
Brush of
Harris,
air.
and wishing him the best of luck.
You know
I agree
what
with
he
George
means.
Bush
Don't be
says.
such a nitpicky.
He said when the president does well, the United States does well.
It's nice to have a fresh brush of air.
And we don't got to deal with that clown anymore, so I'm so happy. I wonder what he's doing today, man. What do you think he's doing today? The first day he's not the
Golfing.
president.
I would imagine he'd be meeting
Golfing.
meeting with attorneys.
Yeah, I talked to my
Really?
friend about that. He said you're right. He said he can't
Might
live
be
in
having
Florida
to
in that
console
place
his
too
friend
long.
there.
But my friend said, "Don't worry, he has like
Nobody will
100
sell his
places
pillows
he
anymore.
can go stay at. So he'll be fine."
Right.
Yeah, not really caring. Just not really caring. Sorry. Can't bring myself to give
I'm just
even one
glad
poop,
he's gone.
never
I don't
mind
wish him
two.
any harm, death, or foul, but I'm just glad he's gone.
Absolutely.
Ding dong.
All right,
the
I'm
up
gone
is
now.
gone.
So bye-bye.
All right, Eazy-G. Bye-bye. All right, Eazy-G, Eric
Oh
Agnew.
my God.
Wow.
I think that was like one of his longest calls ever.
That was quite the call.
It was.
I'm
It
exhausted.
was.
I'm spent.
I'm tired.
Boy,
I think
I'll
we
tell
took
ya.
a trip.
Wow.
I'm not sure where there were places we went, and I have no idea how we got there.
See, I'm concerned about one thing, though. I think he may have
What?
harmed himself on something. So I liked where he was going with the strategy of, he's raising so much money for charity that they're going to have him on the weekly Die-On, right? They're not going to be able to say no if he's, the biggest fundraiser in the country.
Don't blow his idea
But-
for him. Oh, Jesus,
then-
here we go.
But then he started crying a little bit. What if Daryl heard that? What if Daryl heard that? It's going to blow the whole thing for him going
No,
on the
it
weekly Die-On.
won't.
Oh, it will.
Why? Daryl's going to treat him like poop if he's
Well,
having real emotion. Daryl's he's on the fence right now of my poopy list.
I love Daryl, but
I don't know.
But Daryl,
he's mean. He's too mean to Eazy these days.
He is mean to him. That's what I'm saying.
I can't abide by that without saying something.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm a good friend.
Eric could raise
others.
Eric could raise $1 million for charity, but if he's weeping, I don't know. Daryl's going to be like, "Oh, denied."
Dude, he's super proud of himself.
He should be. I agree.
No, absolutely. He's done great strides here.
Yes. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Wow, we're off to a awesome Unleashed start. This is Stacie Laughton down in Nashua.
Hey, Stacie, how are you?
Are we talking in a tunnel?
I'm doing. What's that?
You sound rather muffled there, my dear.
Are you in a tunnel?
No, I'm in my little studio here. I wonder if it's a bad connection.
No, that was better. You
Okay.
must have changed your face into the front of the mic kind of thing.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. Well, hey, so I'm calling today. Well, for one, what an interesting call from my buddy Eazy-G.
Yes.
I wish him all the best in his goals because, things like that are, when you do that, people feel quite accomplished. I know last year when I first got into streaming, I raised through the different gifting mechanism they have on the social media app that I was on, we raised $1,500 for the Salvation Army.
Oh, that's excellent.
I support anybody who wants to do similar, and Eazy-G's on the right track for that right now. So shout out to Eazy-G. But hey, Matt, I got an axe to grind, or not really an axe to grind, but kind of a bone to pick. If you know what I mean.
With who?
With
us?
Oh my goodness.
Are we good pickings?
You see, yeah. Well, see, Matt, like you. When I call your show, as I've always said, I tremendous respect for you, whether you're on air or off air.
Yes, yes. I appreciate
same
that.
with Jenny.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm calling your show, my idea is that you're the boss, and so when we're on the phone with you, we need to respect you and respect what you ask of us. Say we don't discuss local Manchester dealings, and I respect that and whatnot. And so yesterday, as I could tell, you had been looking in your live chat, and you saw that, as always, it's quite lively.
Yes.
And as, say, Tony D and I would say, sometimes it's like they eat glass and spit bees. And an interesting mix of people in there. Yesterday, there's one particular person in there. I don't know. I hate saying names because I don't want to cause more debacles, but there's one person who seems like in there, she feels like she can control your show. She says
Really?
that I am a waste of your airtime. And then there was another caller you had that she was urging you to hang up on.
Well,
and so,
who?
Yes.
Who?
You want her? Her name is Abigail Jim.
Okay.
And she's been quite feisty. And ever since I did the great unblocking, I decided to unblock everybody, start afresh, give everybody a whole new, just forget the things of the past. And I don't even know why I had initially blocked her, but she got caught up in that debacle last year that we won't discuss, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as I unblocked everyone, every time I come into your chat, she's like, "Oh, hey, life was much easier when you had me blocked. Can you reblock me?" And now I won't. Now I won't block her. I'm like, if you want, you can block me, but
why feed a fuel? Why go down such a negative road? Why feed a fuel and go down a negative road? Just call it quits and block and move along with life, or don't block and move along with life. Just don't go negative. They go low, we go high.
Right,
Yeah.
like Michelle Obama.
But so since you said that, this is where it gets to my last part. I have a lot of respect for everyone, as always, but everyone, even in your chat, I've always learned to respect the people that don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
And so if she doesn't like me, or if there's other people in your chat that don't like me, I still have a tremendous amount of respect for them.
Okay.
So, and so whether they say what they say, do what they do, I'm just learning now to, not just now, but I'm just going to just kind of throw on that extra coat of skin that, they tell us we need to have sometimes, because this world's a rough place, and there's going to be times when things are said you don't like, but you still got to respect those that don't like you.
Right. Well, and you are in politics, so you kind of have to have a thick skin anyway, right?
Facts. That's exactly what I was alluding to. They always told me back in the day when I first started running, they're like, you got to grow like an extra layer of skin, almost like an alligator layer, because I've heard it said, and I've seen it played out, where politics can be like a blood sport with words, and lots of back and forth, lots of interesting things going on in it, as we've seen in the last 4 years, but we see that locally too. There's going to be those political daggers that are going to get thrown at you, and you got to know how to take care of it.
You got to bob and weave.
Yes. Well, hey, did you ever see the YouTube video back when, I think it was towards the end of the second Bush presidency, George H.W. Bush, where they had he had a shoe thrown at him, and he's like dodging his head, like as if almost looks like it was rehearsed, like he had done it before. He
had two shoes thrown at him.
Yes.
And so he had cat-like reflexes, George W.
Yes, did you see that? It's like he was like,
the shoe.
Like a ninja.
Yeah. Yes, the shoe.
Yep.
Dodge and weave, weave.
Yep.
That was good.
Yes. Yes, so sometimes you got to dodge and weave in politics.
Look, sometimes somebody's going to throw a shoe at you.
Yeah, exactly.
And then another one.
You never know.
They come in twos.
They could throw any number of things at you, too. Who knows?
Yeah.
But, hey, we at least know shoes get thrown because we've seen it live.
We have seen it, yes. Well, I didn't see it live. I saw
Maybe
it on
I should try that.
Later. What?
Throwing a shoe at you.
No.
Yeah, every time you stop being a little bit, jerky over there, I could just...
That would be very rude.
Woo! Pull out those mama skills.
Oh, boy. Well, that would be almost as bad as Texas Mike knocking you out with the chair there.
Huh?
Oh, no, that wasn't me. That was Dusty Rhodes. He hit with the chair. Yeah. It was if you go on YouTube, it's there's a 6-man tag match. If you search Texas Mike with Blackjack Mulligan and Blackjack Lanza versus the Road Warriors and Dusty Rhodes. And he hit both Hawk and Animal of the Road Warriors with a steel chair. It was a no disqualification match. And then he goes under the ring and he pulls out a cheese grater and he just goes to town on Dusty Rhodes' head. It's a lot of blood it's very gruesome.
Well, as we say, Texas Mike is our fun-loving local celebrity up there in Manchester. But
yes.
I guess you don't want to get on his bad side.
He's very violent in the ring.
Cheese graters and chairs come flying.
Mm-hmm.
Confused again.
What?
So anyways, hey, what?
Jenny was saying something, and she was confused about something.
Never mind, dear.
Well, all right.
I'll throw my shoe at you later.
Well, anyways, you guys have a great rest of your show. I just wanted to kind of throw some 2 cents in the air and see how it falls.
All right. Very good. Thank you for the call, Stacie.
All right. You're welcome.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. The Honorable Stacie Laughton, a state representative from Nashua. Well, you do have to have thick skin in politics, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
I used to have people tell me, as long as you spell your name right, it's all right.
Absolutely. Yes. Well, there you go. So that opens up a line for you. 603-250-6007 is the number, 603-250-6007. You can also send a text to 617-917-4476. Tweet me at Matt Connarton or send an email to matt@mattconnerton.com. So there's a myriad of ways you can reach out to us, and we have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this? Ooh.
I know that sound.
Sounds like multiple Tony D's, like he replicated, and there's several of him calling at once.
Sounds like Tekken.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Tekken.
Yeah.
Tekken, Tony Tekken.
So, like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. That's what you meant.
Yes,
Mortal
that's
Kombat, yes.
You know what I mean?
Is that the one where the guy says, finish him? Is that Mortal Kombat?
Finish him.
Yes.
Finishing move.
Yes. Wow.
Game over.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
So what's up?
How are you, Tony? Tony D.
Man, I don't know, man. There's like nothing to talk about now. It's like boring now. Politics is politics going back to being boring now?
Well, weren't you shocked that there was no plan to distribute vaccines? Did you fall out of your chair when you heard there was actually no plan for it?
I don't know. Yeah, like today, I was like, man, signed some executive orders. He flipped some things. Went back on some immigration bills. Reversed the Muslim, ban and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going back to being boring.
Well,
I sat back. I sat back and I said, "Go ahead."
I am having to do show prep again every day.
I know, right?
Are you?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm easing back into it. I didn't used to for a long time. I didn't
really
bother.
Weird thing. They put this over 100 pages online on whitehouse.gov so all of us could actually read the plan.
The actual plan.
Because
I don't know if you saw, Tony, but they went to look for what the Trump administration had in mind for a vaccination plan, and it turned out the cupboards were bare. There literally was nothing. So the Biden administration...
Wait. Yes, there was something. It is the
there?
Republican battle cry. States' rights.
Oh, well,
each state is supposed to figure it out for themselves.
Yes, that's true.
One against the other.
The only thing interesting that came out today was that the one guy, I forget the guy's name, but he reversed what he said about saying that Trump, about the insurgents thing. He reversed what he said.
Huh?
Yeah, I forget the one politician, MacArthur or something like that.
McConnell?
Oh.
No.
Yeah,
MacArthur.
McCarthy.
Am I saying it right?
McCarthy.
Yeah,
he had said that he was taking back his words about Trump had inciting the riot. Now
somebody greased his pocket.
Yeah, well, now he's
how you can change your mind on that is beyond understanding.
Yeah,
beyond comprehension.
Yeah, that was the only interesting thing. But I do want to say about the call that just came through before this. Man, I'm telling you, man, your chat room gets some love, man. Your chat room gets some love. I don't understand it. I don't comment no more. I don't comment. What did I miss?
Are you afraid?
What did I
Be
miss?
very
What
afraid.
have I missed over the last couple shows in the chat room? Because I've actually been streaming more so off of just the WMNH website is what I really do. Because I've been doing my kitchen, so I got you streaming through the Bluetooth in the kitchen. So what have I been missing?
Yeah, the chat room. Well, it's funny. I didn't realize yesterday. So sometimes the chat room gets so busy I can't keep up with it. I try to acknowledge everyone who's in there and everyone's comments, but sometimes it gets so busy I can't. Which is not that I'm complaining. It's actually a wonderful problem to have. I love having a very, very busy chat room. It's great. But I didn't realize until, Jenny, you had told me last night there was a whole section of comments that I missed.
Your show is just going fine as normal as can be, and I got up and went to the best room of the house and spoke briefly with my roomie and went back in the other room, and there was fisticuffs a-flying.
Yes, in the chat.
And it was fast and furious that I had to keep scrolling back to try and catch up to where I was reading. I couldn't keep up. So, yes, when you came home, I had to tell you that there was some kind of fisticuffs in the chat.
Yes.
Tony, glass and bees.
That's right, yes.
Tony.
Well,
which apparently carried over to the previous caller.
Did we get shirts made?
Huh?
Did we get shirts made that say that?
Shirts that say what?
That the chat choose glass and spit bees and give it out to the number one. Like Gonzo might have to work to get that shirt.
Right.
I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it
takes a special kind of person to survive our chat room.
That's true. It does get vicious in there, and it's not just us either, because it's a lot of the same folks.
What do you mean it's not just us? It's not just you.
Well,
it wasn't me.
Morning show's bad.
Yeah, it's a
morning show bad.
It's a lot of the same folks. It's basically the same chat room. It's a lot of the same people, and and Stacie though in particular. I mean, she just becomes the most reviled person in the chat. It's incredible.
I still don't actually know what the set-off point was between Abigail and Stacie. I really don't know for certain.
I'm not sure, but it's not just Abigail who
this time
doesn't like her, but
last time she got into it with somebody else.
Yeah, but it's remarkable. I'm just amazed when I went back and looked at the comments yesterday. I was like, wow, everybody's it just gets very acrimonious in there. But I don't mind. I love a good chat room brawl.
You're a brat.
I think it's fun.
And you're evil, and you feed stuff. I walk away and leave you alone for 5 seconds, and I come back, and I got World War III going on, and you're over there going, oh, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on over there? I don't notice nothing.
Yeah.
You feed it.
Matt likes the radio or the chat room brawls.
I do.
I like the radio wars. I like going up against other hosts. Like, that's what I like.
Oh, yeah.
But you're never going to do that with Matt because you two agree on too much.
With other shows and letting it go on for a couple weeks. I like that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I had the thing with Tom Goley.
Mm-hmm.
I had the thing with...
I love Tom.
Well, me and Tom, ours was over a thing of mayonnaise. Like, this weird... I still got questions about that.
The mayonnaise.
I still want to know what...
I still think that's a weird topic. And not sure I want to investigate this whole why we have to have large jars of mayonnaise.
Well, I mean, someone sent it to him.
Giant size.
I mean,
yes.
Jenny, wouldn't you be concerned if you walked in the studio and Connarton pulled out a giant jar of mayonnaise from underneath the desk? Wouldn't you look at him and be like,
well, I would for two reasons. One, because I don't think he'd know what to do with it. He literally does not have a clue when it comes to like putting something together. I mean, if you give him a sandwich, he'll eat it. But if you give him the supplies to make one, he'll be confused.
But he'll
be running around in circles around the jar trying to kick it open.
I'll put mayonnaise on the sandwich. I mean, I can apply condiments.
Are you sure?
Yes.
This is a pickle.
I'm not too sure
the
about that.
Goes on the sandwich.
You can't boil water, dude.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna...
You don't even know how to use the kettle in the kitchen. The water. I have the easiest thing in the world. Pour water into it. You flip the switch. It turns it on. It boils the water, and it turns itself off. It's that smart. It turns itself off.
What would I need to boil water for?
You don't even know which kettle does it.
Is somebody
you can walk into the kitchen. You'd have no idea which object I just described.
Is somebody in labor? Why do I need to boil water?
See?
So
I would starve if I had a count on him.
He had a Cory Booker moment this morning, obviously on the morning show. So Gonzo had a Cory Booker moment, right?
He did.
He cried and stormed off.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm confused.
Now I really don't know what the heck happened this morning.
The legend grows as far as what happened on the morning show this morning.
First it was he left. Then it was he was just gone for the last few minutes. Now it's he cried and stormed off. See, I don't know.
So
Gonzo, you got to call in. I'm going to hang up. You got to call in and explain yourself because I missed the last 20 minutes of the show because I was at work. I missed the last 20 minutes. So I got to because when Eric came in and he said that he stormed off, and the word on the street is he stormed off like that, we got to figure this out.
I'm very confused myself. Yes, I'm curious.
We got to figure this out.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go.
I'm
going to open up the airways.
All right, Tony D. Take care.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. Tony D from the Tony D Show in Philadelphia. Always
they're
nice
getting back to
Tony.
normal now.
Are they?
Really? Starting to, but Oregon's still exploding with protests.
Oh, I thought you meant as far as COVID. I was like, what?
No, I mean, it's the temperature of the country, the nastiness.
Yeah, it'll take some time for things to settle out.
Decompression is going to be a while, but I feel like we've collectively taken a sigh.
I hope so. Well,
I feel better after seeing the report come out today from President Biden and knowing what they're going to be doing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm that in and of itself was a huge relief to me. I feel like my state's going to get help now.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. They clearly they have a plan, and it's just frustrating that they weren't able to, really hit the ground running because Trump wouldn't cooperate with the transition much. But yeah, no, it is
throwing
encouraging.
it off and going states' rights is not an answer.
But the goal is 100,000 vaccinations.
Yep.
I'm sorry, no, 100 million rather in 100 days.
99 now.
So
he started counting yesterday.
Yeah. So basically, in 3 months, within 3 months, they want to have 100 million people vaccinated. One of the more optimistic analyses of this that I saw was suggesting that by the beginning of summer, we might have some sort of normalcy in the country.
Right.
That seems optimistic to me. I just, a lot of things have to go right for this to work, but it can be done.
I think that the plan that they're doing, though, is really set up. It's set up for success, not failure. Right off the bat, the fact that he's going to be reimbursing, the federal government's going to reimburse states on some of the expenditures they've had that they were supposed to get money for and didn't. Now that's going to be done. Every state's going to have a liaison between the state government and the federal government. That is hugely needed. If we've heard anything from Governor Sununu, we've heard about that aspect. The fact that he said the federal government's going to raise 100 federal sites for vaccinations within the first 100 days as well. So we're going to be having that done. Also in the plan was allowing and working towards allowing our pharmacies to be able to administer, using our pharmacy techs and our pharmacists to administer the vaccine from the pharmacies. And that's key because, like, my parents are in rural Massachusetts. There's, the closest location to them is in Boston, and they're nearer the Cape. This would enable those smaller communities, if they get it, and you can go to your pharmacy and get it. It's also going to vaccinate more people because you'll have more vaccinators, which is something he raised today too.
Yeah.
So he wants to increase the number of vaccinators, the people who are approved to give them, which it's not rocket science to give a vaccine here, folks. I mean, yes, you draw it up out of the container correctly, but seriously, it's really not that hard. It's really not that hard to administer an intramuscular shot. So, but the plans that he's got in place I believe, are going to be a good road to success. The only thing they're asking from us is mask up.
Yep.
If everybody masks up, then by April, we'll have saved 50,000 lives. So if you put a mask on, you're in favor of saving lives. If you want to be the jerk, well, then you can just show everybody else why you don't care about other people's lives. And I hope you get put to task for it. I'm kind of liking the cancel culture. I'm kind of liking the outing people and hurting them where it counts in their wallet.
Well, that's free market capitalism.
Yes.
It really is. But, when it doesn't go their way, people who normally support that start complaining about it. But
well, at least we won't have states fighting against each other to vie for contracts.
Yeah.
And he's going to use the Defense Act to increase the production of not only PPEs, which we do need, but the things we need to do the vaccines, like needles and syringes.
Yeah.
All the tools that you need to give the vaccine. It's one thing that Biden seems to understand that hasn't been there before in this discussion is the steps that it takes to give somebody the vaccine. How you get from point A to point B matters.
Right. We have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hey, it's Eazy-G. I want to get a real quick tidbit there.
A tidbit.
I'm always working on making my report better for the next week because I was talking to Robert Dion. I said, well, I got to step up my game because this report is so good now, So anyways, I was talking to this friend of mine, known her for probably a good 10 years now from First Church, and she's selling. I'm going to talk about it in my new report on Tuesday, and hopefully I can Skype in because it's so hard to do the report on the phone.
Yes. It'd be lovely.
I know Skype can be a little difficult at the beginning, but I think it's going to be so much better than having the phone. Anyways, my friend Abby Curtis is selling masks up in Maine, and I bought a new mask because I have one, but it's always good to have a backup. Mm-hmm. And I bought a red one. It's mostly tiered towards the ladies, but this one here wasn't too girly. And it's $10, and it's no shipping and handling, and I'm supposed to get in a couple of days. Because when I bought that Amanda McCarthy magnet and that Katie Douglas magnet, it seemed like forever. I know what happened, though. It got caught up in the Christmas rush.
Yes. But
now Christmas is over because if he's listening right now, Brooklyn Mike works for the post office. I know he's doing a fine job.
Well, of course, we would expect nothing
but
less.
As he always says, it's hell over there.
Yes,
especially Christmas time. Oh my God, because and an Amazon truck is going around my neighborhood 7 days a week. And I think it just travels in a big circle.
Yes, I heard.
Did things just materialize in the back?
Well,
I've ordered one thing from Amazon. I've ordered some water picks from my water pick, and I'm gonna have to order some more at the end of the year. My friend is Amazon addicted. He says
you should. Wow,
the truck knows where his house is.
Yes, I think it's
he doesn't have a
the
house
deep
somewhere,
state.
But his apartment.
Soros.
So I've joined the Amazon club, but I've only bought one thing.
Right.
But anyway, so hopefully, God willing, next Tuesday I'll be able to Skype in, and it's going to be great.
It'll be a bonanza.
You make me a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
All righty, talk to you guys later.
All right, bye. All right, what'd you say? Eazy-G makes you a better person?
No,
I think he makes us all a better person.
You, Maddie, make me a bad person.
I don't understand what you mean by that.
Oh, the faces.
How dare you?
You're evil. Evil, I tell you.
So I wonder if that means that he'll have his tablet up and running.
Well, no, he said he did that today. He actually got a thing, and it's like $5 a month to keep the tablet on.
No, but then didn't he say he never made it to the store he needed to go to with the tablet because he had to interview somebody on his phone or something?
No, I thought he made it for the tablet, but didn't make it for the phone.
It's all very confusing.
I'm lost now.
You see what you started, Brian McKay?
You started this.
Brian McKay buying him a tablet. I'll tell you.
McKay?
McKay.
McKay.
You don't confuse him with Brian Mackey.
Mackey.
Mm-hmm.
McKay.
Give us a call. The line is open, 603-250-6007, 603-250-6007. You can also send a text to 617-917-4476. We have another call. Very busy show today.
Hi, 6007. You can also send a text to 617-917-4476.
Yes, I hear you.
We have another call. Very busy show today.
It's like we're time traveling.
I know.
Like we went back in time a few seconds.
Hello?
Echo? Another call. Very busy show today.
Doesn't give me an echo.
Time traveling. I know. Like we went back in time a few seconds. Hello?
Matt, you there?
Is this Longmont Potion Castle?
Who are you?
Hold on.
Well, hello there.
Hello?
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 Hello? Can you hear me now?
Hello?
Hello?
Wait, I know that voice. Brian?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Maybe I'm wrong. Am I right?
I don't know. I don't know who it is.
I don't know who it is, but it was interesting to hear you echo.
All right.
Hello?
Matt, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Who is this?
This is Scott Robinson.
Oh, hey, Scott. How you doing?
Good. My Bluetooth is messed up in my car.
Apparently. Wow.
So, I don't know if you remember a couple weeks ago I called you and right after the riot, and I told you that I didn't engage in any of my Republican friends.
Yes.
And so last night, one of my friends texted that, "Be careful, everybody. My friend got refused for a PPP because it was found out he was a Trump supporter." And I said, "That is ridiculous."
Yeah.
I go, Trump was still president when this happened, and he said, "F all people who voted for Biden." And I go, "Well, I voted for Biden. And are you effing me?" And he goes, "Yeah, F you." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
Wow.
And
I'm sure there was
like,
I bet you there was a better reason for why he got denied for that PPP. Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. No, my BS meter would have redlined, and I'm sure yours did too, Scott. Obviously,
yeah.
His claim was not correct.
Bogus.
But so are you no longer friends with this individual then? Is that how you left it with him?
I said, wow.
have a good life.
Yeah. Oh, that's what he
said.
He probably liked that because that's what President Trump said in his closing words before getting on the helicopter. He said, have a good life.
And we'll be back in some form.
Yes. Did you tell him that too?
Solid, gas, or liquid?
Did you say, have a good life, I'll be back in some form? Or did you just say, have a good life?
I said, wow, have a good life. But, of course, I carried it on from there.
Oh, you did?
And,
oh,
I did. I said, 4 years ago, when Trump got elected, you were calling me a snowflake, and we all laughed about it and thought it was funny. And I said, this is unbelievable. I was actually shell-shocked. And all my other – there's like 12 of us on the text group.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And everybody's like, come on, guys, knock it off. And I was like, I never said F you for voting for Trump. I never said F you for supporting Trump. And to each their own, which is my motto.
Yeah.
If you like that in my opinion is what makes America great. And because we can all vote for who we want to, we can all support who we want to, and there shouldn't be any repercussions from it. I'll never insult anybody from voting somebody I don't agree with.
Yeah.
I've never felt that way, and I never will.
Yeah.
And we can debate on the person, and we can talk civilly, but I was just shell-shocked. And all my other friends they're all in a little group. I'm the minority. I'm a Democrat.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're all Trump guys, but they're like, that was out of line, and I just couldn't believe it. I mean, that's the first time that I've ever gotten that kind of response from somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was a little shell-shocked.
Yeah, I mean it's bound to happen, unfortunately. But it is unfortunate. Obviously, it's difficult to have constructive dialogue with people with whom you disagree when they just start insulting you like that. But also too, I'm sure it hurts to. Is this someone you're close to, or were close to, or more of a casual
we
friendship?
served together in the Marine Corps.
Okay.
And
so there's that
about 4 years. Actually, about 4 years ago,
buddies.
we all got together again because we had a big reunion, and we hadn't seen each other in 30 years.
Yeah.
And so I consider him my brother, and he did apologize this morning.
Oh, he
for
did?
swearing at me.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. All right.
Because we're all, the blood is thicker than water type thing. And
yeah,
even though we're not related, but we kind of are. But I was just very, 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 very shocked at that response.
Yeah, yeah.
And it has never happened to me before. I mean, we've debated before, and
there's a lot of that going around now, though.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't been this way
it's
before.
Sad. It's sad, but I've never put anybody down.
Good for you for not stooping to that level.
Trump. It's their right.
Yeah.
And I don't care if you vote for him or not. I have friends who I work with now who love him, but we've never had words about it, like angry words.
Right.
We've joked around about it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but he brought out the worst in people, and he brought out the worst in our nation.
Yeah.
And like I told you a couple weeks ago, Matt, I mean, I have not rubbed any salt in anybody's wounds because I know how it felt 4 years ago for me.
Oh, sure.
Not that I was a big Hillary person either. I mean,
right? No,
I didn't like Hillary that much. She was the lesser of two evils, in my opinion. But
yeah,
I never liked her.
A lot of people felt that way. Yeah.
I voted third party.
Yeah.
So I wanted to let you know that because I remember I talked to you a couple weeks ago and you said, how do you feel about everything going on? But I said I don't rub any salt in anybody's wounds. I don't discuss it, and I still haven't really.
Yeah.
To anybody.
Yeah.
I just made that comment. I go, that's ridiculous that you think that somebody got refused their PPP loan because they're a Trump supporter. I go, that's insane.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
More likely to have something to do with some tax documents
how would the government
something.
know you're a Trump supporter? That's just so stupid.
Right. It is. Yeah. Agreed.
However, though, you know what? I wonder, because now it just hit me. If you're on the do not fly list, you may turn up in something with banking as well.
Oh, that's true.
If you're marked,
there
could be, now that I think about it, it is entirely a possibility.
Yeah.
If there's something there.
If the Trump supporter in question was also an insurrectionist.
Yes.
Caught on video.
Because those people now are on the
possible.
do not fly list, and they're considered, a risk to our country, go figure.
Yeah. So that's possible. It may be that the story actually is true, but there's just some very pertinent details missing from the story.
Underlying meanings to everything. Is what you're trying to say?
This guy, do you think this guy's an insurrectionist? Do you think he participated?
I don't know. He didn't say he was. I mean, I didn't ask. I mean, I just called him out and said that sounds ridiculous.
Well, because
this crowd's not too smart anyway. They videotape themselves.
Yeah. He's not going to volunteer that information because from his perspective, it's a better story. It's a better narrative for his side, to be able to play the victim and said, denied for being a Trump supporter, when in actuality, there might be more to the story, because usually there is. I mean, just generally in life, if somebody gives you a story that sounds like BS, either the story is not true or the story is true, but the person telling you the story is just leaving out some details.
Right.
So
exactly.
Who knows? It could be.
I didn't ask that. I didn't ask that because it was just too over the top, and I was flabbergasted. I was blown away that he said that to me.
Yeah.
I had somebody I was friends with for like 30 years that found out I was not voting for Trump and unfriended me and blocked me and everything. Just told me I was all kinds of things because I was going to vote Biden.
Yeah.
It's sick. It really is sickening because I remember if you voted who you voted for, no one shamed you for it. It's just, this whole country has become insane.
Well, we're more divided than ever, and I do.
More people's families have been divided by this and divorce.
Yeah.
The thing we got to keep in mind is these politicians pretty much don't really care about. I don't think they really care about anybody except for their supporters. They're donators. They're donators. I think that's
well,
what it boils down to.
That generally is true. That's who they really work for. But I also put a lot of this on Trump directly for ratcheting up the rhetoric in this country. And he talked about being a uniter, but he conducted himself like a divider every step of the way, and just and he would talk about being this great deal maker. Well, what kind of a deal maker goes around insulting constantly the people that they're trying to make deals with?
And not only that, but look at everybody around him. His son, everybody, be a hero, not a zero. They were there saying this stuff to people.
Yeah.
If you're not with me, you're against me. If you got to be willing to fight hard, maybe and have armed combat.
Horrible. And his son is worse than him.
Oh, he's such a sleazy.
Yeah.
Don Jr. I mean, he is just a
sleaze.
He's a flamethrower.
He reminds me of he could have been the lead in have you ever seen the movie American Psycho?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who Don
Christian
Jr.
Bale.
Yes, that's who Don Jr. reminds me of. He reminds me of the Christian Bale character in American Psycho.
Him and his psycho girlfriend.
Oh yes.
The best is yet to come. Yeah.
Oh God.
Hey,
she looked so possessed.
She was right about that because then we had the election.
Yes, this is true.
Credit where due. She was right.
She predicted it.
Wow.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, dear.
Maybe that's why she was yelling.
She's horrible.
Yeah.
So is he.
Yeah, I agree.
These are people that like to look at other people and encourage them to do work, and then they sit down. These aren't people that are going to join in and work next to you.
Yeah.
Work?
Yeah,
they don't even the meaning of the word.
I don't think she's broken so many nails in her life.
Yeah,
that probably leads to a full-on freak out.
I think that's a safe bet. I think that's a safe bet. Well, Scott, we're past the top of the hour. We got to take a break, my friend. But thank you for the call, and I'm sorry to hear that happen to you. But I'm glad that he apologized at least.
Me too.
That's good. That's good.
I apologized also because I said some things that weren't right either. So
okay,
hopefully everything will be all as well.
Well, good.
We've all been stuck indoors for so long. We got to cut each other a little bit of slack, especially if you have something like that and you're willing to step up and say I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys. Jenny, Matt, you guys have a great night.
All right, Scott, thank you. You too, my friend. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, the great Scott Robinson. And, we are past the top of the hour. Very busy show today. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. More Matt Connarton Unleashed coming up. Don't go anywhere.
And the irony is Rudy Giuliani, probably the most underqualified man since George Bush to seek the presidency, is here talking about any of the people here.
Welcome back, everybody. We are way in hour number 2, numero dos of Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester. Streaming at WMNHradio.org and on the Facebook on the Matt Connarton Unleashed Facebook page. And Jenny is here as well at the news desk.
Shalom, peeps.
I want to remind you, of course, coming up at 6 p.m. will be the weekly Die-On with Ben Die-On and his father, Daryl Die-On. So that will be coming up at 6 p.m. So if you do want to get in with a call, on Thursdays, because there is another live show right after us, we'll wrap up a little bit early so we have time to wipe down and disinfect and all that, because it is, of course, the COVID era. So don't wait until the last minute if you'd like to call. Call us soon or call us now. 603-250-6007. 603-250-6007.
Matter there, Maddie. You don't want to talk to me?
Well,
you want to talk to me?
What do you mean?
Trying to encourage other people to call in so you don't talk to me?
I'm just saying, if people want to call,
yeah.
Eazy-G might want to call back a third time.
He might not pick up on it, but I pick up what you're throwing, yeah. You're full of
You threatened to throw shoes at me.
Yes, I did, and I will, too.
You can
just
text
not
us.
these boots. I love them.
Text us at 617-917-4476. Tweet me at Matt Connarton or send an email to matt@mattconnerton.com. By the way, Mike Doyle, if you're listening, I did see your email, but it's very long, so I will take a look at that later, and perhaps we'll address it tomorrow on the show.
Not on an empty stomach.
Whoa. Shots fired.
Oh, heck yeah.
My goodness. Well.
Heck yeah. After that call yesterday, forget it.
Yeah.
Yesterday or was it Monday?
No, it was yesterday.
Tuesday. It was yesterday.
Yes.
He's all in with that Kool-Aid, man.
He
loves.
loves.
And a half. Even the insurrection didn't change his mind.
Well, that never came up, but
hey, if he calls in still defending the putts, then it didn't change his mind. Okay, if you can look at that and be okay with it, then you've got issues.
Let's see. I want to remind everybody, of course, about our wonderful sponsor, the Hop Knot in the Brady Sullivan Plaza at 1000 Elm Street. And by the way, when Eric was calling, he was talking about he had ordered a mask from somewhere or something. I kind of lost track of what he was saying, but the Hop Knot has face masks that you can get. They're $10, and if you wear it when you go to get food, they give you a 10% discount just for wearing your mask into the restaurant. So
there was a Bernie sighting. I saw a picture of Bernie in front of the Hop Knot.
Oh yeah. That
was awesome.
That meme is really fun.
I love that meme. But it's so New England.
But yeah, they have delicious
with the mittens.
delicious gourmet pretzels. They have craft beer. They have wine. It's a wonderful place. Great food, great service, and it's a great family that owns and operates it. And they do everything very safely there. The staff is masked at all times.
You can do takeout.
And
you can even take out local beers. Mm-hmm. They have 4-packs available that you can take on home and give a trial of. If you like to try different types of beer.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And the cans are actually really cool. Like there's kind of a collection going over there. If you want to go look at something kind of neat, the artwork in it.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's really great.
Absolutely. No, it's a great place. So, and please support all of our sponsors here at WMNH.
Yes.
I see Mike Pelopita in the Facebook live chat. Mike, of course, from Queen City Cabinetry, another one of our great sponsors. And we have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this? Oh,
it's the ghost of John McCain.
I think it's the deep state.
That's Soros calling.
That could be.
Tracking you down. They're wise to you, Maddie.
George Soros.
You want what? You want government to actually do their job? Oh, my God. How could you?
He heard us discussing vaccines, and he wants to have his buddy Bill Gates microchip us immediately.
Did you know that President Biden put the whole plan for vaccine distribution, over 100 pages of it, on the whitehouse.gov website that you, Joe Schmo, can go read for yourself? And it's detailed.
Yes.
It's detailed.
I like that.
Can you believe that?
I like that, yes.
No more. States can do what they want.
Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
It's Eazy-G for a third time.
Eazy-G,
Matt, has anybody ever called 3 times in one episode?
Actually,
Hey, Freddie, does it count if you call twice during the Peter White Morning Show and 3 times on this show? I just downloaded Skype. Is it working?
I don't know if it is there.
Is this Skeep? Is Skeep working? Not the library.
No, he hung up.
I know who that was.
He forgot.
I'm not going to break the wall, but I know who that was.
He forgot to say bye-bye.
Wow. I was too busy laughing.
Wow. Oh, that was funny.
Hello there. Hello there.
All right. Yeah. Eazy-G's voice sounded a little deeper than usual.
Little rough there.
Yeah. Wow. That's great though that he's downloaded Skeep. I just wanted to download Skype.
Skype.
He said something about Skype.
I did not pick up. I didn't know he'd done. Oh God.
We have another call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Yep.
Oh no.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That was George Soros calling again. George Soros calling with the secret code, which we can't reveal what that's about.
You mean the secret code that's going to turn on everybody's chips?
That's right.
That they're injecting in you.
That's right. It's very exciting.
It's the work of pedophiles and Satan.
We have another call. Oh, I think there's an actual connection this time.
Satan calling?
Hello? And then I heard a click.
It was Satan. He's calling for you.
Oh, no. I wonder if that's Eazy-G trying to call back again.
It's Satan.
Well,
calling for you, Matty.
Well, I do support marriage equality, so I probably am going to hell. I've heard the Lord is not
happy with you, Matty.
Not approving of that.
Not happy with you, Matty.
According to some of my conservative friends, the ones who still speak to me.
You have ones that still speak to you.
I think so. I don't know. Well,
I don't know. I think you just got a Dear Maddie letter, didn't you?
Yeah, I may have.
You don't know yet. It could be a Dear Maddie letter.
I'll have to read the. It could be. It could be.
No dinner, nothing.
Right.
You didn't get nothing. You just got tossed to the curb.
Well, we'll say hello to everybody in the Facebook live chat. It's been such a busy show. We haven't had a chance to do that yet, but I see Abigail Gem in the chat. Hello, Abigail.
Her ears were burning.
Yes. Oh, and the phone's ringing again. We'll try this again. We'll see what happens. Hello? Just going to cut right to the chase. Hello? No?
Yeah, somebody's being a jerk.
I think we might have to.
We might be done for today.
We might give up on the phone for now, I think.
Someone's being jerky.
Bobby Champagne says, I wonder how long it's going to take to get the smell of cheap cologne out of the Oval Office. And Twinkies hidden all over the place.
That out.
That's right. Melanie Fedderson says, she was asking if Eric had called back.
Twice. Once.
Tony D is in the Facebook live chat, of course, our friend from Philadelphia and host of the Tony D Show. Brian Mackey is in the Facebook live chat all the way from Idaho. Eric Street.
McKay.
Yes, Eric Street also in the Facebook live chat. Let's see. I just want to make sure we get everybody here. We're not going to have time to read all of these.
There's a lot.
Stacie Laughton is in the Facebook live chat. Hello, Stacie. DJ Midas, who is a top fan, is in the Facebook live chat. Hello,
I missed him.
Hello, DJ Midas.
Have a new episode of that coming up on Friday night, right?
Late Night Delight, Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Saturday night from 12 midnight all the way to 4 a.m.
I don't know about anybody else, but I feel like I have had no days of the week in order this week. Like I've literally been lost every morning of what day it is.
Yeah.
My sense of timing is completely messed up.
No, I think that's the case for a lot of people. Melanie Fedderson, by the way, says, referring to what we were discussing earlier, in their defense, referring to Trump, he was God's choice, God's chosen winner. So his supporters are pretty upset. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, how do you argue with people about Trump who are convinced that Trump was personally chosen by God to be president? And
I don't know if you can reason with lunacy.
so you can't go against Trump, because to go against Trump would be to go against God.
Oh, is that how it works now?
Yes, I think that's
I didn't
how
know Christianity had adopted him as a second coming.
I think that's how they see it.
You're probably right.
Courtesy Call is in the Facebook live chat. That is, of course, Scott Perry, host of the new podcast, Courtesy Call. He says, episode 2 this Sunday. Topics include the Biden-Harris inauguration, Trump impeachment, updates on COVID-19, and 2 topics of host Scott Perry's choice.
Nice.
So episode 2 will be up on IPM Nation Sunday morning at 10 a.m.
I believe they have a new listener in the Hop Knots. I was discussing the show with Kenny, and he was checking it out.
Oh, very good. Very good. Absolutely.
That was really cool.
Rob Dion is in the Facebook live chat. Rob, of course, host of Through the Stage Door here at WMNH, and of course the entertainment reporter.
He's my number 1 fan now.
Entertainment reporter on the morning show with Peter White. And we'll give the phone another try here. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed.
Yeah, I heard that.
Hung up. All right.
Somebody's definitely being a jerk. So, ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Or maybe somebody's trying to call on their new tablet and they just can't figure it out. I don't know.
No, he has his phone for that, but it won't stay on.
Oh, Rob Dion says, LOL, Jenny, you are my hero.
See?
Referring your Mike Doyle comments.
See, I told you. I have a new number 1 fan.
Apparently.
You just tried to skim over it because you're jealous.
Rob also says, I see who is not Rob's hero. He says, damn it, Gonzo. This is why people get restraining orders. What did Gonzo do? Oh, my goodness.
I know, but I'm not going to tell. I still want to know what it is we don't know that somebody didn't call in about.
That was confusing.
Because Easy said somebody was going to call in about something, but nobody called in about it, Easy.
I don't know.
So what is it? Who's got a surprise?
Stefan Philbrook is in the Facebook live chat. Hello, Stefan.
I want to know the surprise.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not fair. He teased.
We'll just never know.
It's just a tease.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll just never know. Mediaite is reporting Dr. Fauci said at First Presser, and I didn't get to see or hear any of this, at First Presser under Biden, that he feels liberated from Trump. He said the last administration made claims, quote, not based on scientific fact. Well, go figure. Now, we all knew that, right? But I was wondering, will Fauci say anything about that, or will he hold back on saying anything about that?
Oh, I don't blame him for saying a little something. I mean, for Christ's sakes, the guy had death threats.
Well, here's
because of Trump. His family had death threats.
So did
because of Trump.
So did Dr. Deborah Birx.
Ridiculous.
Well, here's what Fauci said. This is his exact quote from the presser today. He said, quote, I mean, obviously, I don't want to be going back, over history, but it's very clear that there were things that were said, be it regarding things like hydroxychloroquine and other things like that, really was uncomfortable because they were not based on scientific fact. I can tell you, I take no pleasure at all in being in a situation of contradicting the president. So it was really something that you didn't feel that you could actually say something and there wouldn't be any repercussions about it. The idea that you can get up here and talk about what you know, what the evidence, what the science is, and know that's it, let the science speak, it is somewhat of a liberating feeling, unquote.
I'd imagine.
Yeah.
And he had to spend how much time? Actually, a lot of, not just him, but companies were having to put out warnings because of the crap that was coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we shouldn't need the CDC to say, don't drink bleach.
Right.
You should know these things.
It says
just
here,
saying.
He took another veiled shot at Trump earlier in the press conference during his answer to a question from Fox News' Steve Ducey, never sure I'm pronouncing that quite right, who asked Fauci whether it would have been helpful if Amazon had helped with the federal response to the COVID-19 pandemic before Biden took office. Fauci said, quote, "I don't think I can answer that question. I'd be waving my hands about that. Sorry. One of the new things in this administration is that if you don't know the answer, don't guess. Just say you don't know the answer," unquote. Asked whether he made any statements under Trump that he wanted to, quote, amend or clarify, Fauci said he did not. Quote, "No, I always said everything. That's why I got in trouble sometimes," unquote.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah, I mean, and Fauci sometimes would take some criticism, although I think Dr. Birx got even more of it, you know, for people would say things like, you know, why doesn't he resign? How can he be a part of this administration? And so on and so forth. But I think Fauci was in a position where he felt like the country needed him.
Well, exactly.
So he had
How could he not be in the situation? To remove himself was to hurt all of us.
Yeah, so he had to walk through that minefield every day of actively, you know, trying to give us information without getting fired.
And like a true medical provider, he actually, you know, is willing to care about the people he's in charge of taking care of. He's, you know, all of us are his patients. He's in charge. He's one of the big guys up there, supposed to be making decisions to help save our lives. And that's all he's been trying to do all along.
Yeah.
But he's had to deal with this ridiculous, I don't know what he was trying to prove. He just didn't seem to understand that science is not an exact science. You know, it's not exacting. You have to learn as you go. You have to trial and error. I mean, well, and he wasn't willing to let the truth be the story. He had to embellish everything. Trump.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, because he was constantly, you know, Trump wears his insecurities on his sleeve, and obviously, you know, he was constantly he's always trying to look like he knows more about a subject than he actually does. Which
nobody knows it better than me,
right? You know, nobody knows more about wind than I do. You know, windmills give you cancer. I've studied this. I know more about wind. Or back during the campaign in 2016, you know, I know more about ISIS than the generals do. But it's that kind of thing where you want to look like you're the smartest person in the room. That leads to things like saying to a doctor in front of the world, you know, maybe that's something you could look into about the bleach. You know,
maybe there's some way we can put that inside, you know, the body, like the light.
Yeah, like a cleaning for the lungs.
Yeah. Jeez,
you know, that's why things like that occur, and why things like that are spoken.
Good leaders surround themselves with smart people.
Right.
He wasn't a good leader.
Right.
And unfortunately, he didn't catch the hint on how to deal with something you don't know something about.
Right.
Actually, just admit it.
Yeah.
You know what? I would have respected him more. In fact, I would venture to say that if he had done that from day one, and if he had really let the science rule and not made it a popularity contest, he very well could have been reelected. Very well could have been reelected.
Oh, yeah.
If not for his, he basically poisoned his own well.
Oh, he did. Yeah. If he had taken it all as seriously as he appeared to when the coronavirus task force started, and they did that whole 13 days to slow the spread. If he hadn't taken his hands off the wheel, you know, he clearly got bored with the whole thing. He got frustrated with it because it wasn't going the way that, you know, he wanted it to go and so forth. No, if he had been different, I like to use Governor Chris Sununu as an example. If he had comported himself the same way that Governor Sununu has here in New Hampshire, the one Republican I voted for in the last election, who may be the last Republican I ever vote for if they don't make some changes to the party. If Trump had comported himself that way, I think Trump would have been reelected. And, you know, presidential elections tend to come down to, if there's one thing that they more often than not come down to, it's the economy. How's the economy doing? I said when all this started that I thought that Trump would be the one president who would be forgiven by the electorate for a poor economy because of the extenuating circumstances. So he could have done whatever needed to be done, taken it seriously, taken wearing a mask seriously, encouraged that. He could have done all the right things and won re-election instead of doing so many of the wrong things and just because he was so terrified of upsetting his own base, because he knows his, you know, the MAGA cult. He knows these are people who are fundamentally anti-science and they believe in right-wing conspiracy theories. So he was so worried about upsetting them and losing them, when in fact, in the big picture, he could have had everybody on his side. He could have even won over some Democrats if he had gotten this right, but he didn't.
He gets bored too easily. He got bored after 30 days or so, and then he started saying it was going to disappear by Easter. Here we are, a year after that Easter.
Oh, yeah.
Did it disappear?
Yeah.
You know, and if he had stayed president, when it first happened, I was impressed with the way he was behaving. But that didn't last.
No, I mean,
and that's why we're where we are, and that's why there's over 100,000 people minimum that could still be alive today if they hadn't politicized masks.
Yep.
Just that one issue. I have absolutely every belief that we'd have over 100,000 people still alive in this country for not politicizing a medical necessity.
And that's on Trump and all the Republicans who enabled him. And one thing we gotta wrap up in a minute, because
is it really?
Because there's another live show after us, and we need time to clean up. But one thing about the politicization of masks too is I still get frustrated when I hear people say, yeah, you know, both sides, they really politicized masks. That really annoys me. No, both sides did not. That Trump started that with making comments like, well, I think if you're wearing a face mask, it's a political statement against me, saying things like that. And being very...
You can wear one if you want, but it's not for me.
Yeah, being very cavalier about it.
By example.
And then having super spreader events across the country, these campaign events where... You know, I mean, Mike can say, oh, well, you know, they were handing out masks. Well, yeah, and it was optional, and most people didn't take them, at these
Meanwhile,
events.
at this last event here, the inauguration, everybody's in masks. Everybody's socially distancing.
Of course.
They had one guy who was literally hired to do nothing but wipe the podium down in between speakers.
Yep.
That was his sole job.
Absolutely.
Keep us safe. Keep those people safe.
Yeah. So there you go.
That's what I need. Leadership by example.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I crave right now.
But we got to go. We are out of time. Again, it is Thursday, so we wrap up a little bit early so we can clean everything up so the guys from the Weekly Dion can get in here for their live show at 6 p.m. Ben Dion and Daryl Dion. Although I was kind of hoping Daryl would pop in early so I could ask him if Eazy-G's crying during today's call.
I don't like him no more.
If that further... meant that Eric would never be on the Weekly Dion again, but
nope. Don't like him no more. Too mean to Izzy.
Oh well,
meh.
That's tough love. Deep down, he loves him.
No.
Deep down, you know what? I think deep down,
that's not how you show love.
I think deep down, Eric.
Do not encourage it.
I think deep down, Eric is probably the son that Daryl is glad he never had.
Listen to you.
See,
you are evil.
That's what I think.
Go away.
What? I think that was a nice thing to say.
I don't like you anymore either.
Oh.
Go live with Daryl.
That would make Eric Ben's much older brother if he was
rabbit hole
Daryl's
son.
Anyway, so
stop it.
We got to go. If you missed any part of today's show, yes, Rob, Eazy-G was briefly crying today. If you missed any part of today's show,
where's my shoe?
It will be up in just a little bit at WMNHradio.org. And make sure you stick around for the Weekly Don coming up next at 6 p.m. And, of course, check out the morning show with Peter White tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., bright and early. And that's it for us for now. I forgot to pick a song. Oh, I know what I'm going to play, but I'll end with our closing theme, but I know what to play afterward.
Oh, boy.
I have something in mind.
There he goes.
And that's it for us for now. We'll talk at y'all a little bit later. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.